Jessica, and we're going to talk about the 7 Deadly Sins, episode 19.
Alright, so as usual, we get a bit of a recap from last episode, and it seems like King has gotten super serious. And like, as I said last episode, he has this barrier where once he gets to a certain point, after he loses a certain amount of magic power, that he just goes insane and has huge boost. And I was right. I was right. And before all the seriousness gets down with King and Helbrum, we see King's past, and we see that King had a past with DNA, and somehow they lost it, and something went wrong. And basically, Helbrum slashed him, and he fell down into a riverside and lost his memories. And Diane finds him in that river and helps him get better. But the thing is, Helbrum is actually just a knight from like 500 years ago. But instead, when the actual Helbrum found him, it was just an old guy who was a knight. But when Helbrum finds him, basically, he just goes insane and kills him and says, "I hate humans." Now, we see that Diane and King are building a relationship, and while building this relationship, basically, King is trying to regain his memories and remember what happened and why he was slashed by this knight. And slowly, we get the connection between Helbrum and King, and that they used to be best friends, and that King was actually the one who hated the humans, and Helbrum was the one that loved the humans. And we see that what went wrong was basically that this knight tricked Helbrum, and when tricking him and giving him that helmet, that small helmet, that he just killed all of them for their wings, and he didn't realize that this was the trade, and the humans were just being sneaky and assholes. And I mean, when you're dealing with humans, this happens in a lot of anime. I mean, you get the good humans like we see with that one lumberjack guy, and then we have people like that old knight who just kills the fairies for their wings. And we get both sides, and we see King kind of realizes this, that humans can be helpful and there's hateful humans. Now also we get to understand why Elaine was left in charge and why King left her. And the reason King left was to help Helbrum defeat the knights, but in the end he couldn't, and basically him leaving it shattered the fairy world, and we see the demons destroyed it, and this is how Bond comes into play. And it's kind of cool. Like, what I think is going to happen in these next couple episodes is all the sins past kind of come together, and they all kind of correlate together. They all kind of mix together, I guess. We also understand that King and Diane built a relationship with the humans, and when they saw that this relationship was in trouble because they were being burned down, the humans, I mean, King and Diane felt this, like, we should be able to protect them. If they help us, we should return the favor, because, well, Danny was sick, and King learned to make his clothes from them. And when he gets there, he sees it's Helbrum that did this, and Helbrum just has this crazy pain in his body and head that, I can't take it. Why have the humans been killing us fairies? It's not fair. And also, this is kind of like what I said earlier, that you have your good humans and your bad humans, and Helbrum doesn't realize that. He thinks all humans are like terrorists and bad people. Now, this is what leads King into a sin. One, he had to kill his best friend. Not kill it, but we find out that he's still alive, and he had to hurt his best friend because that was the only way to save him. And we realize this through the flashback, that if I ever hate humans, you have to stop me, and that's what King had to do. He had to hurt his best friend to do that. And also, he had to leave Diane behind. He had to leave everything behind because everything was destroyed. Helbrum ruined it, and he couldn't go back to Diane. He had to save the fairy kingdom. But it's too late, he realizes this. Because, as you remember with Bond and Elaine, the demons come and destroy it. All the King's past full in circle, we realize how he got his sin. And when it comes back, oh my god, King becomes a badass when he sees Diane hurt. And this is what brings back all these memories of how he met Diane, and he just goes all out on Helbrum. He's like, "You hurt Diane. You keep hurting people. I can't let you do this anymore. I have to truly kill you this time." And oh my god, that slash down his face. Oh my god. Amazing! That fight with King, I just loved that. I loved it. And when we see at the end, Helbrum basically realizes what he's done wrong and what he's done and how he can fix it. But the thing is, he can't fix it. Now we shift to Arthur versus Hendrickson, and we see Arthur's just struggling to do it. But Hendrickson knows that Arthur is holding back. And why is Arthur holding back? I want to see Arthur's true potential. If he could cut him just by blocking, if he could basically cut Hendrickson just by blocking, then what else can Arthur do, and why is he holding back? And then Meliodas comes in. I want to know more on that. And why does he come in? Why? I don't know. But then, oh my god, with his full counter, oh, he blows back Hendrickson. I cannot wait for this fight. Meliodas versus Hendrickson. That's going to be pretty epic. I mean, Arthur might help him out, or Arthur might move on to something else. And yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Peace out.